Well, she always loved horses. She did not really think about it, although until about fifth or sixth grade, she said she wanted to take riding lessons. Well, she wanted to take riding lessons earlier than that, but I wanted to make sure she was really in it, because once you get into the sport, it's really hard to. It takes a lot of time. It's not a cheap sport, and if you are really bitten by the bug, you eventually want a horse, and that's always scary. And finally, she was in fifth grade, and I said, "All right, we'll start taking riding lessons." So we took her out to a barn. She and one of her best friends from high school went out to the same place, and they started taking lessons. And she fell immediately in love with it, and it was just it's like a disease. You either love it or you eventually lose interest. But once you've got the bug, it's gotcha. My mother rode. My mother grew up in a small town in South Carolina called Conway. They had horses down the road, and she rode American Saddlebreds, which is a breed of horse. I fell in love with horses when I was a teenager, and my parents bought me a horse. I rode over in Turkey. We were stationed in Turkey. My father was a military officer, and I learned to ride, and then they eventually bought me a horse, which I sold when I went to college. And so, yeah, we got 3 generations of equestrians. Katie rode for a couple of years, and I watched her. I knew that this, again, was something that she was just her thing. She didn't play soccer, she didn't play volleyball, she didn't play basketball. This was her thing. We talked a long time about it because, again, owning a horse is very expensive and time-consuming, and you have to ride it. You can't just let it sit and go out whenever you feel like it. My husband and I talked about it, and we decided, all right, if this is something that she really wants to do, we'll try to make it happen for her. As soon as we saw him, we knew. He's big, and he's very impressive. He was a lot of horse. But we just knew. I mean, it was just kind of like walking on a college campus. You get there, and you just go, oh, yeah, okay, this is where I'm supposed to be. And that's kind of how we felt about him. You need to ride the horse every day, or almost every day, particularly Carolina Brew. He's a show horse, he's a thoroughbred, he's got a lot of energy, and he needs to be ridden. That's what he's there for. And with her away at Mizzou, it wasn't possible. We have a friend who was a freshman in high school, and so we're leasing the horse until we can sell him, because we're still going to sell him.